This Jacksonville Beach woman charged with arranging the murder for hire of her ex-husband appeared in a Duval County courtroom alongside her new high-profile defense attorney. Shanna Gardner pleaded not guilty in the shooting death of Jared Bridegan in Jacksonville Beach last year.
Gardner, the victim's ex-wife, and her current husband, Mario Fernandez, are both charged with hiring the self-admitted shooter, Henry Tenon. Today, Gardner was in court in Jacksonville for the first time since being extradited from Washington State. That's where she moved with the twins she shared with Bridegan following his murder. News4JAX reporter Aaron Farrar caught up with Gardner's famous lawyer, Jose Baez, today. But we begin with reporter Ann Maxwell. And where does the case go from here?
Joy, Tom, the case is now entering the discovery phase, with the prosecution revealing here in court today they have more than 100 witnesses in their case against Shanna Gardner. This coming as her attorney tells News4JAX his client is innocent. Shanna Gardner seen smiling at her new defense attorney as she appeared for the first time before a Duval County judge and more than a dozen of Jared Bridegan's loved ones. For them, Gardner's arraignment Friday represents a step toward justice.
Jared was quiet, full of love, and one of the best fathers that you can imagine. I think that those responsible thought that no one would care about Jared, but his family cared. All of his children cared. Our community cared. And so did many wonderful people from all over the country.
Gardner and her current husband, Mario Fernandez, are facing the death penalty if convicted in Bridegan's death. Amid the high stakes, Gardner dumped a well-regarded Jacksonville defense attorney she had hired before being arrested, turning now to Miami-based attorney Jose Baez, who made a name for himself defending another woman accused of murder, Casey Anthony.
We would enter a plea of not guilty and demand discovery at this time, Your Honor.
In the coming weeks, attorneys in the case will review evidence as Bridegan's family continues to wait for justice. His father today speaking publicly about his loss for the first time.
If Jared was here today, he would look out at everyone, smile, and express his appreciation to you. But he's not here today. Almost 2 years ago, my wife and I lost our youngest son to murder. Our children lost their dear brother. His wife, Kirsten, lost the love of her life. Jared's children lost their father. His death has impacted many. The outpouring of love and support for Jared has been overwhelming and heartfelt.
Here today, the judge also said Gardner and Fernandez's cases will move forward together, including future court appearances, as this is a joint indictment. Both of them have a pretrial hearing set here in court on December 1st. Reporting live in downtown Jacksonville, Ann Maxwell, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Ann. After court adjourned, News4JAX reporter Aaron Farrar caught up with Jose Baez, who, as you heard Ann say, is not only well known for defending Casey Anthony, but also for defending Aaron Hernandez.
Do you have a statement that you're willing to make regarding what has happened in the courtroom?
Not really. No, I think everything's pretty self-explanatory and fairly mild.
What happens next, and what are the next steps for you?
Next steps are we go through the discovery and look and see what we have.
So far in this case, what do you feel like the strategy would be? What is next for you?
I would never disclose that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Why did you also decide to take on this case?
Because she's in need and the state is trying to kill her, and she's told me she's innocent. So it's that simple.
Jose Baez is a well-known criminal defense attorney who has managed to get acquittals for several clients in cases that garnered national and international attention. Baez represented Casey Anthony. The Central Florida mother was accused of murdering her 2-year-old daughter. She was found not guilty of murder. He also represented former University of Florida and New England Patriot tight end Aaron Hernandez in a double murder case in which he was acquitted. That was after Hernandez was convicted of first-degree murder in a different case, a conviction that Baez was working to appeal when Hernandez died by suicide while in prison. Baez was also the counsel for William Husel, who was the former intensive and critical care physician who was charged with 14 counts of first-degree murder, accused of prescribing vast amounts of fentanyl to his terminally ill patients. A jury found Husel not guilty last year.
We would enter a plea of not guilty and demand discovery at this time, Your Honor.
Now, Baez is hired to represent Shanna Gardner, who is facing several charges, including first-degree murder in her ex-husband's death.